The state of New York paid $750 million to build and equip this Tesla facility behind me on the condition that they create a significant amount of jobs in the area. Are you concerned that they won't be able to create those jobs?
We are hopeful.
Now fast forward 3 years to June of 2015. The county attorney says someone was walking past a home here on Willow Avenue and knew something was off. The ad is titled Unhinged. It comes as the impeachment inquiry into the president intensifies. Both of those children were taken to Oshai Children's Hospital in Buffalo, where they are recovering tonight. Sean and his family made an investment to get a camera for their front porch. Kenmore police now have a clear picture of what she looks like. School and city leaders now plan to take a permanent step forward in protecting students getting on and off the bus. In the last month and a half, 11 of those are in New York State, and 8 of those are right here in Western New York. And the county executive is not the only one against it. A petition has been circulating on change.org that has nearly 2,500 signatures. Many people expressing concerns about its proximity to schools and homes. Of the 3 cases Dr. Wooldridge has treated, she says all of them involved THC. But the problem is she doesn't know what products they used or what chemicals were in those products. Last month, we were able to speak with the Thruway Authority about the issue. They told us of the 24 million people that cross these bridges, 1 million of them receive late fees. So that means if you have this, a standard driver's license, you won't be allowed on a plane. Family, friends, and classmates have been combing this park since yesterday, showing his picture to convenience stores or to anyone that they see. The Buffalo Police Department is investigating. They're asking if you have any information on the whereabouts of Robert to contact their confidential tip line at 847-2255. I have Coach Jack and all the players with me here in the locker room right now. How are we feeling in this moment?
We're so excited.
Snowmobilers tell me they're grateful for the snow, and the restaurant says they're thankful for the extra business. On a typical December, Holiday Valley usually gets 50 inches of snow, but this winter was different. Check out this house behind me here. This is just one of many houses in the Stony Brook neighborhood in Lancaster that are dressed up for the holidays, and the best part is, it's for a good cause. On September 11th, 2001, 343 firefighters lost their lives during the attack on the World Trade Center. On that day and in the coming weeks, firefighters from across the nation risked it all to help. Western New York first responders were no different. 22 volunteer ambulances from Erie County were sent to Ground Zero. 4 of the firemen were from the Gettsville Fire Company. They left on September 16th, not knowing what they would find.
I was overwhelmed. It was very emotional to see.
A somber New York City awaited them with bittersweet gratitude.
Kind of a tribute to the human spirit, really, to see all those people, just coming to welcome us and thank us.
The start of their 24-hour shift had them staged in the heart of Ground Zero.
And there's all these people that are dead. There's a lot of firefighters that are trapped still, a lot of civilians that are just, caught, buried in this debris. And it's like, okay, what can we do to help?
They were assigned to assist EMS with any rescues. Unfamiliar with Manhattan, they needed to figure out where the nearest hospital was.
So we stopped by an old payphone, and we ripped the page out that had a map of downtown Manhattan.
Everyone was working together. We were all on one big team for one common goal.
Everywhere they looked, there were memorials, photos of missing people, and candlelit vigils. Many people leaving behind messages of love and hope. They added their own among the rubble and dust.
They still have the mindset of rescue, but they're trying to recover anybody that's still in there, and the debris was still burning.
Irving was diagnosed 3 years ago with a common cancer found in 9/11 first responders.
The number of people that died in 9/11 is not finite because the after illnesses that occurred.
Their memories live on in pictures and in writings left for children who will read about that day in history books. Though many would consider them, they say they're not the heroes.
The heroes were the people that climbed those towers with a pretty darn good idea they weren't climbing down. They had to know. Those are the heroes. They kept climbing 100 stories because they thought they could make a difference.
Just to be able to help our fellow brothers and sisters down in FDNY, it was just a great honor.
Leanne Stock, Channel 2 News. Tonight's Unsolved is a special two-part series about a crime that shocked Western New York with every twist and turn. In 2004, a 25-year-old woman went missing in Jamestown. Her remains were found 2 years later, and tonight her family makes a plea for help to find her killer.
I will go to my grave looking for her if need be.
That was 25-year-old Yolanda Bendick's older sister, Ann Chmielewski. 15 years later, her passion has only gotten stronger to find her sister's murderer.
Me personally, I'd give anything if someone would speak up.
Bendix was a mother of 4 girls. She lived in Jamestown and worked at this local Family Dollar. On the evening of August 10th, 2004, she worked until 8 p.m.
Her and her co-worker were locking up, and her co-worker said, you know, they parted ways. Yolanda seemed like she was fine. I don't think she said she seemed, you know, nothing out of the ordinary.
Her brother Frank was watching her kids while she worked. He called her to see when she was coming home.
When she got out at 8 o'clock, it was 20 after 8, I called her. She asked me if she needed any food-wise around the house, meaning food, and she said she didn't cash checks anyways for milk. And I said, all right, no problem. About 15 minutes after that, about 8:35, I called her back and there was no answer at all.
After many calls went unanswered, her family and coworkers became nervous. The family contacted Jamestown police, and an investigation began into her disappearance.
We just know in our hearts that she wouldn't just leave, because her 4 little girls are her life.
She would definitely call somebody. This has been 2 days. She would never, ever, ever just leave, especially her kids. My sister went and found her vehicle, which was at an Arby's not even a quarter of a mile away.
That spot became the main focus of police efforts and search parties.
We kept doing searches, like not just family, we would try to get groups, you know, a lot of people. In fact, at one point I believe there were about 100 people searching for her in this one day.
She was like so tiny and little and helpless, so obviously, you know, like if someone did something to her, she can't really do anything.
Despite searching nearly the entire city of Jamestown, a month went by without a trace of Yolanda until
it was Hurricane Katrina. All that rain came up here and it flooded their drain system or whatever down there, so her purse and something else, washed up. And they found, from the sewer in Jamestown.
Her purse, wallet, and keys were discovered by this man.
As soon as I seen it, I had a funny suspicion that it might have been her.
I'm happy it's found, but on the other hand, I want to find Yolanda.
Nothing else was discovered until September 10th, 2006.
So instead of taking a trail back or something, she cut through, I guess, the straightaway or something, and came across human bones.
With this Unsolved, I'm Leanne Stuck.